You're watching the Crypto Market Update with your host, Chris Marshall. Your home for the latest crypto news, reviews, and updates that can be found around the block. If this is your first time here, then we would like to thank you for watching. If you enjoy the show, please like, subscribe, and share with anyone that you believe needs this type of content in their life. Just a reminder, anything discussed on this show is for educational and entertainment purposes only and should not be considered financial advice. With that out of the way, let's get on with the show.
What's up, everyone? As you can see, I am not live today in honor of Mother's Day. I'm kind of taking the weekend off, and we're going to go do a bunch of fun stuff. But I wanted to make certain that I got some video out for you. So it's about 2:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Friday. So just a little bit before I typically do the live stream. And yeah, so I'm looking at Bitcoin's chart right now, and I want to share a couple of my thoughts on the market and where we're currently at. I'm not going to go over any news today, just want to share a few things with you. So on Wednesday, we had the FOMC meeting. They came out with the 50 basis point rate increase, which we expected, but the markets are still down. And so one of my theories was that a lot of this downward volatility was from the market pricing in that 50 basis point increase, and that we would have a recovery, which if we bounce, I was expecting, or one of my theories was expecting, we would bounce off the bottom of this parallel channel. Excuse me. We'd bounce off the bottom of this parallel channel, and we could potentially see a recovery upward, which that did not happen, obviously. Instead, we came up, we hit the top of this parallel channel on this very small timeline here, bounced right off this resistance perfectly, and then we broke down below the support of this parallel channel that we've been watching since the beginning of the year. Now, what's real interesting is that Ethereum is actually still within that same parallel channel. It never broke down below the support. I hope this is all coming through okay. I'm at my house, so we don't have the best internet out here. So hopefully it's not too choppy and all that stuff. But yeah, we never broke through the bottom of this channel here. So I'm weighing out a couple different things. We've talked about a couple scenarios that could play out over the last multiple weeks on my streams and in some of my TikTok videos and all that stuff. Ooh. So let's go back over to Bitcoin real fast for some of this. So we are currently watching a bearish flag pattern play out. We have this leg down, we end up having a parallel channel moving upwards, and then we break down below support of that parallel channel, and we start a new leg down. That is typically called a bearish flag pattern. And so a couple of things that we could potentially see here is we could stop at the bottom of this overall channel that we've been in for the last 2+ years. We may hit it. We could fall right through. This is one of the things, one of the risks you need to be aware of is that it's definitely possible for us to hit. This would be, if we touched it, that would be the second touch that we've had in this since we touched the top, which if you remember back here, we had 2 touches and then we started climbing from there again. So could be something similar. That would be an optimistic view of it. So it depends on if you're optimistic or pessimistic, I guess. Are you a bull or a bear? What your view could be. I'm of the mind of not having any views, just kind of keep all my options on the table, keep all the views open, and just kind of react with what's going in front of you. So I find it most interesting that we've broken down below this support on Bitcoin, but we didn't break through it on Ethereum. So one of my thoughts that I've been thinking about is, are we going to touch the bottom support of this overall channel somewhere around the 20 or the 34.7, 34.8, something like that? Are we going to touch somewhere around there and then start a climb up without Ethereum ever leaving its channel? Or is something else going to happen? Are we going to fall down below and finally break out of this channel and start a new trend on a multi-year trend? Um, so those are the couple of things that I'm looking at. Which, if we did the multi-year trend, that's not necessarily a bad thing. If we did break down below um, this support line, it doesn't mean that it's the end of the world or the end of Bitcoin. I'm still of the opinion over the next few years that we could definitely see, all-time highs, $100,000, $500,000 Bitcoin, all that good stuff. Um, but that doesn't mean there isn't a possibility of us falling back down to $20,000. You'll kind of see this purple box here. Basically, what might happen if this bearish flag were to play out to its like perfect degree, or whatever a textbook definition of a bearish flag is, we would take the percent change from the top to the bottom here. So from this point to this point where it started its upward channel, about a 52% fall. And then we would find a 52% fall from where it started this most recent downward channel. If we do that, you're looking right there about the 22,000. But the other thing is, there's not really, if we break down below the 30,000 level here, this 29, whatever line, there's nothing to really stop it before it hits 20,000. I mean, obviously, there's going to be like some slight resistance on all the thousands. So 29, 28, 27, 26, and so on. There's going to be some emotional resistances there, but I think we would see a pretty drastic fall back to the 20,000 range. And I think it's definitely something to keep in mind as we keep looking. So I have been patiently waiting to buy a bunch of coins. I almost bought a ton yesterday and on Wednesday, but I waited. I just didn't see what I wanted to see, which was a break above this resistance level. And on Wednesday, when we didn't see that, I was just patiently waiting. I watched all day Thursday, it still didn't come. And then we broke down below. We've been sitting below. And so, what I'm currently waiting on to load up my bags, as some of the kids would say, is a test of this support line, this white line here. 34.7 today is what that test would be at. And after we touch that line and test it, I would like to see us break above this new channel that we find ourselves in, this orange channel here. That's what I'm personally waiting on. That would be a good indicator for me to buy. There's a couple coins that I'm really looking at: Algo, Matic, more Bitcoin, obviously. Some of these other ones, Zcash, some more Lumens. I think I want to load up on a little bit more AMP. I'm really impressed with what Flex has been doing, and I really like AMP right now. Algo, man, I should have bought some anyways. Algo looked super good. Um, yeah, a couple other ones. Cadena, I love how much it's fallen. There's a couple things that I need to look in before I commit to this coin. I want to see if their project is still alive and strong, and what's the community doing on Cadena now. Was this did it fall so much because of something that happened in the community or in the code, or did it fall because of the markets? I mean, it's fallen a ton over the last few months. since you Ethereum and Bitcoin have been declining. They're down just a little over 50%, but this one here's down like a ton since then. And I don't see any real patterns yet. So I'm got a bunch of random lines on here, but none of these lines mean anything. Nothing, in my opinion, is confirmed except maybe this resistance line right here. I don't even know why I have this one on here anymore. That one was an old one, but I don't think it's going to do anything anymore. So, we're looking at something along the lines of here, but to me right now, it doesn't look like a whole lot. But yeah, it is down just a ton since the same time. So this was November when everything else started to decline of 21. And then we never saw that, any good recovery from it. It's just continued to go down. And as far as I can tell, I was looking at it a while back. I have quite a bit already. Not selling anything, but yeah, over 87% down. I think there's about a 90% drop since November 21. So yeah, quite a bit down. But yeah, Cadena's one I'm doing a little bit more research into, trying to figure out why it's down so much. Because if it was just following along with the economy or with Bitcoin and all the Ethereum ones, it shouldn't be down this much. So there's got to be some other reason why it's down this much. Just got to figure out why. What other ones am I really looking at? H bar, of course. A Ronin network. I've really been liking Ronin network. After that hack, I think there's definitely some good potential here for recovery. It had with the Axie Infinity hack, had a lot of negativity, and now just down a ton. I'm gonna get rid of that channel there. And anything else that I was really interested in? Mouse just died. Matic and AVAX, Zcash, XDC, probably get some more Ripple. But yeah, so it's just a couple of my thoughts on where we're currently at in this market and what I'm looking for. Again, this isn't financial advice. I don't have my opener like I normally do to tell you that all these. This is just for education and entertainment purposes only. I wouldn't recommend anyone do a whole lot in this market right now. It's very unpredictable, and I could easily see us falling to that 20,000 range, 22 to 20, 22 to 20, I guess, or 23 to 20. You want to say that somewhere around in there. I could easily see us falling to that because that's typically how this pattern would play out. But there's a couple other things to keep in consideration. So it's not exactly that's going to play out. There's always like a 30% chance that pattern doesn't actually play out, which is fine. I would prefer it to not play out. I'd prefer it to, touch this 34.7 line. A couple days later, break above this orange parallel channel resistance, and then just start taking off from there and reach all new time highs. Maybe we see after that the 75,000 line will come down a little bit, probably hit the middle line of this channel, and then maybe work our way up to 100,000. So maybe we go boom, boom, wee. It come down a little bit. We'll see maybe this 56,000, and then we'll just go up from there. That would be pretty cool. I don't know if it'll happen. Just that's some long-term projections. I think right now the only thing to really pay attention to is are we going to stay within this channel, or do we break down below it? So be careful, everyone. If you're buying stuff, pay attention to it, especially in the next few days. I think if we do see a breakdown below, I think we will see that let's see. I think if we break down below, that'll happen by the end of May, May 25. So that's a little bit of my predictions. If we do break down and see new recent time lows below this parallel channel that we've been in, it's going to happen by the end of May, May 25th or so. So in the next 20 days, I think we'll see if we are going to recover in the near term or if there's just going to be more downward action within Bitcoin. Another good thing to be careful of and be watching is Ethereum going to stay within this channel? As long as Ethereum stays within this channel, I think there's a good case for Bitcoin staying within its overall channel. Um, so what we'll see as well, does Ethereum stay within it? That here, if it stays within it, it's only got till about the 18th to either break above this orange parallel channel or break down below the red channel here. So yeah, a couple thoughts. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Drop a like, drop a follow if you found this useful or insightful. I see a lot of people talking about, oh, the fears of inflation, but don't worry, it's not too bad, or you gotta be prepared, but no one's actually kind of giving you advice of what to look out for. That's what I want to do is just give you a couple scenarios that could play out and leave the rest of the decision to you. Things that I'm watching out for and kind of using to judge or base my decisions around. So again, I'm not investing right now. I'm not putting anything more into the market. If I am, it's going to be in UST, and I'm going to get a little bit more of that 19 to 20% APY staking. I use OK Coin for that, so I recommend OK Coin. I'm not going to drop a affiliate link or anything like that. Just look them up. It's pretty easy to find them. okcoin.com, I think. Whatever, but yeah, I like their platform a lot. So, anyways, I hope this helped, and have a great weekend and a great Mother's Day, everybody. See you around. Bye.